A busy network company in Nigeria seemed perfect from the outside, but inside, customers were complaining. Some workers were rude, careless, or impatient. The CEO knew meetings and reports were not enough. To see the truth, he decided to disguise himself as a delivery worker and walk among his staff. What he discovered would change the company and teach a lesson everyone would never forget.
A large network company in Nigeria had its head office in Lagos. The building was tall, bright, and well known. Many people across the country used their SIM cards, data plans, and internet services. The CEO of the company was a calm and humble adult. Even though the CEO was wealthy, the CEO believed strongly in treating people with respect. For some months, the company had been receiving many complaints from customers. Some said, "Your workers talk to us rudely. Your staff do not treat customers well. Your service is good, but your workers are not friendly." These reports made the CEO worried. The CEO wanted customers to feel safe and respected. Because of this, a meeting was called with all the top managers. Everyone sat around a long conference table, waiting. The CEO spoke in a gentle but serious voice. "These complaints are too many. We must find out what is truly happening inside this company." The managers shared different ideas. One said they needed more training, another suggested hiring new supervisors, but none of these solutions felt strong enough. The CEO wanted something more direct, something that would show the truth clearly. After thinking silently for a moment, the CEO said, "I will go undercover. I will disguise myself as a delivery worker. That is the only way to see how our staff behave when they believe no one important is watching." The whole room became quiet. The managers looked surprised. No one expected a CEO to make such a decision. Only one trusted assistant quietly nodded in support. With this, the undercover mission began. After deciding to go undercover, the CEO called a trusted personal assistant into the office. The assistant quietly closed the door and the CEO spoke in a low, calm voice. "This plan must stay between the two of us. No other worker should know." "I understand," the assistant replied. For the next few days, they prepared everything carefully. First, they created a new identity for the undercover mission. The CEO would act as a simple delivery worker who had just been hired to move small packages between different departments. Next, they arranged a uniform. It was a bright company polo shirt, plain trousers, and a delivery cap. When the CEO wore it, the reflection in the mirror looked nothing like the head of a network company. The assistant smiled and said softly, "You look like a real delivery worker now." To make the disguise complete, a trainer from the logistics team was brought in to teach how delivery staff worked. The trainer did not know the true identity of the learner. "Always greet people politely," the trainer said. "Handle every package with care. Some workers are patient, others may complain, but you must stay calm." "I understand," the CEO replied, acting like a new staff member. The CEO practiced pushing a delivery trolley, using the dispatch phone, and following basic office procedures. A small camera was also placed inside the delivery bag, not to harm anyone, but to record the truth. By the end of the week, everything was ready. The assistant looked at the CEO and said, "Tomorrow, you begin as a regular delivery worker." The CEO nodded. "If this helps the company become better, then it is worth it." The next morning, the CEO would enter the building not as the leader of the company, but as an ordinary worker who no one would pay special attention to. On the first morning as a delivery worker, the CEO walked into the office slowly, pushing a small trolley of packages. No one knew who the CEO really was. Most people didn't even look twice. They simply saw another new staff member. The first person the CEO met was a security guard at the entrance. The guard smiled gently, greeted politely, and checked the delivery list with care. The guard even said, "Welcome. If you need help finding any department, just ask." The CEO felt encouraged. This was a kind worker. Inside the building, the CEO went to the reception desk. The receptionist was busy but still took a moment to smile and speak kindly. "You can put the packages here. Don't worry, I will sign for them." The receptionist even thanked the CEO, something many people ignored. Throughout the day, the CEO met more kind workers. One person in the hallway noticed the CEO struggling with a heavy package and offered help. Another staff member said, "Delivery work can be stressful. Make sure you rest small and drink water." Some workers even stood up for the CEO when others joked about delivery staff. "Everyone's job is important," one worker said firmly. These moments warmed the CEO's heart. Even though the CEO was disguised, these workers treated the delivery person with respect. They did not look down on anyone. They did not shout. They did not complain. The CEO quietly wrote down their roles in a small notebook hidden in the delivery bag. These were the kind workers who truly represented good customer service and good character. As the CEO ended the first day, there was a sense of hope. Not everyone in the company was rude. Many people still had good hearts, but the next day would be different. There would be workers who behaved in another way entirely. The next morning, the delivery worker walked into the office again. This time, not everyone was friendly. The first worker encountered was a staff member who looked annoyed before the CEO even spoke. "Why you they stand so? Carry your package quickly," the worker said sharply. The delivery worker smiled politely and said, "Yes, sir," but inside, the CEO felt a little sad. Later, another worker ignored the delivery worker completely. When the package was dropped off, the worker complained loudly to others, saying, "This new delivery person don't know how to work. Always slow." Some other staff laughed, but the CEO stayed quiet and observed. The CEO noticed some staff were taking shortcuts. One person tried to send a package to the wrong office to make their own work easier. Another asked for a small gift before signing for the delivery, even though company rules did not allow it. Some staff were impatient and rude to customers too. The CEO remembered past complaints from customers and realized these behaviors were part of the problem. Every rude comment, every careless act was quietly recorded in the delivery worker's notebook. The CEO wanted proof but stayed polite and calm, never revealing the true identity. By the end of the day, it was clear. Some workers truly cared about their jobs, but others only thought about themselves. The CEO left the office that evening with a heavy heart. Tomorrow, it would be time to prepare for something bigger, the big reveal that would change everything. A few days later, the company organized a special staff meeting. Everyone was invited to the main hall. It was meant as a celebration of hard work and a chance to encourage employees. The delivery worker arrived early, pushing the trolley as usual. Staff saw the familiar face and laughed softly. "There goes the delivery person again," some whispered. Suddenly, in front of everyone, the delivery worker removed the cap and shirt of the uniform. The staff gasped. The delivery worker revealed the true identity. The CEO of the company had been working among them all this time. The CEO spoke calmly, but everyone listened carefully. "For the past few days, I have been watching how everyone behaves, how workers treat customers, how they treat each other, and how they handle responsibility. I saw kindness, patience, and respect. I also saw rudeness, carelessness, and shortcuts." The CEO showed the notebook and explained how good workers helped, smiled, and respected everyone, even someone they thought was low level. The CEO also quietly pointed out the workers who had been rude, careless, or dishonest. Some workers felt shocked and embarrassed. Some could not believe that the person they thought was just a delivery worker was actually the head of the company. Others smiled shyly, proud that their hard work had been noticed. The room was quiet for a few moments. Then the CEO spoke again. "Today is about honesty, kindness, and respect. These are the values that matter most. You have all seen how much these things mean in our company." The employees realized this was not just a trick or a joke, it was a lesson for everyone. After the big reveal, the CEO spoke to all the staff once more. "Those who showed kindness, respect, and hard work will be rewarded. You have proven that you care about the company and the customers." The kind workers were called forward. They were praised publicly. Some received promotions, others got small bonuses, and a few were given special responsibilities to lead new projects. Everyone clapped and cheered. Then the CEO addressed the staff who had been rude, careless, or dishonest. "Some of you need to improve. Some cannot continue with the company because these behaviors harm everyone." The CEO explained the reasons clearly, without anger or harsh words. The fired staff left quietly, understanding that their actions had consequences. It was a serious moment, but fair and honest. Finally, the CEO spoke to the entire company. "This is a new beginning. We will focus on respect, honesty, and teamwork. Every customer deserves good service, and every worker deserves to be treated fairly. Let us work together to make this company strong and respected. The employees felt a new sense of hope. They realized that kindness and responsibility truly mattered. From that day, the office atmosphere changed. Workers greeted each other warmly, helped customers patiently, and took pride in their jobs. The CEO smiled quietly, knowing the mission had succeeded. Sometimes, to see the truth, one must step into someone else's shoes, even if only for a little while. From that day on, the company was never the same. Workers remembered the lesson, how small acts of kindness, respect, and honesty could make a big difference. Even the smallest gesture, smiling at a colleague, helping a customer patiently, or treating every worker with dignity, mattered. And everyone learned that shortcuts, rudeness, or carelessness could never replace hard work and integrity.
The CEO continued to lead, but the real change came from the workers themselves. The company grew stronger, not just in numbers or profits, but in spirit. It became a place where people were valued and respect was earned, not demanded. And in the hearts of everyone who worked there, one simple truth stayed clear: treat others well, and the world will treat you well in return.